good opportunity there for Big Red, just not Creek, and that ball's going right back down towards the creek end. Here comes across Harper Long. She gets a touch, can't get it cleared all the way. It seems to be a condition that they have, just not being able to clear it all the way out of the box, giving Big Red those second chance opportunities. Drop back to Cadence Walker. She takes her touch. She's trying to beat the midfielder. Gets a little bit too far away from her. Burden's there, but Walker can't stop herself, and it's going to be a foul in favor of Big Red. Coming back is Cimarella. She's going to take this kick. We've got she clears it in. That's going to be Bell getting the touch at the top of the 18. She gets it out wide for Gianna Thomas. Takes her touch, looking for options. Doesn't really see any. Finally is able to make the pass out to Petrell. She takes a touch, takes a shot up and over. And that's going to be gone out for another corner. Good look by Thomas to get the ball back into Petrell. And a good shot on goal. Campbell, though, making that save. Although that was a little bit dangerous. If it doesn't get over, that's a goal. Bowers plays in the near post, and that's going to go up and over by Suckosh, and that's going to go out for a goal kick. So good opportunities. It's been all Big Red here in the first 7 minutes of the match. Just can't find the shot, can't find the back of the net that's going to break this deadlock, but it looks like it's coming soon. Goal kick gets played up. Burden gets her touch, looking for her options. Finds Bowers. Bowers with a little bit of a heavy touch, and the ball gets away from her. She's going to able to win the ball back. Gets played forward into Bell and can't quite control it. Say takes the touch back into the 18. Coming across. It's Tessa Irwin. She can't quite clear it. Makes it all the way back up to Kenzie Petrelli, and the ball's going to go back to Tatum Campbell for the easy save. Bell takes her touch. Can't quite keep it under control. Jocelyn Saltzman doing the best that she can to keep it out. Barkalow doing a good job there. She had a good game on Thursday, keeping Central at bay. Very physical presence in the middle of the field. Bowers takes her touch on her left foot, turns. She's got a chance, looks to get it out wide to Sakosh. She takes her touch, has two to beat, gets it inside, but Barkalow is there to sniff that one out. Now they have to try to get this ball out, and they're just not communicating. Finally gets the ball cleared. Patenrath with the miss, played back in by Big Red. Can't quite get the touch that she needs, and that ball's going to go wide. Big Red sticking to their game plan of getting the ball into the wide areas, looking to cross it back into the middle of the field. She's got Bell as an option there constantly. Again, she's having a great season. 30 goals on the year. It's taken her well over the century mark. Rath, off of Rath there. It's going to be a throw-in for Big Red. She finds the feet of Bell inside the 18. Good little turn there, but Alexis C. is there again to stop that one. She clears it, but no Indian Creek players there in the middle of the field. Ball is played wide into Thomas's feet. Drops it into Burden. She looks to swing this ball back all the way across. There's Marshall. First time we said her name. And here comes Cadence Walker. She gets a touch. Coming down the left-hand side, looking for options, looking to beat her defender here. She gets it down the line. She's got Rath in the middle. Can't quite get it off her foot enough, and that's going to go off for the first corner for Indian Creek. Good first opportunity for Indian Creek to get the ball out wide. She was able to beat her defender down the left-hand side. Just didn't have the options in the middle of the field that she was looking for. Here comes the corner from Cadence Walker. She plays into the middle, almost catches the goalie out of position. Looked to get it to the backside. No one was there, but it did beat the goalie, Sadie Edwards. It might be something that they look to swing in on the next one if she's going to keep coming out quickly. Goal kick taken by Big Red. Makes its way up to the 30-yard line. There's Harmon. She steps in front. Walker with her first touch, looking to beat her defenders. Gets stopped by three defenders there. Can't quite break them down. And we're going right back the other way. Bell at midfield. Gets the ball wide. Tries to get it past Alexa. past Alexis. She got a little bit of a touch, and it goes out for a throw-in, and Big Red's threatening again, thrown into the middle. Referee saying she took too much leeway. Always want to try to pick the ball up and see how far you can go with it before the official will stop you. But when they catch you, they're going to send you back to start. Throws it. It's going to go off of Irwin's head. It's in on middle. Just not enough to get there for the shot. But a miss hit there put Bell in on goal. I think if she was expecting a little bit more, she may have been able to pounce onto it. Kick all the way back up to midfield. Nice little drop there. Played back into the middle for Petrelli. Just can't quite get her foot on it. A little bit of miscommunication over there for Indian Creek. Can't figure out who is going to go where. Sydney Himmerlich there. She gets beat down the right, or down the left-hand side. Good touch into the middle. Petrelli on it. She can't quite get underneath her feet for a shot. She's looking for options. Bell comes over to help her out. Harmon's able to step through her. She's got one to beat. She gets around her with the ball, but can't quite keep possession. A little bit of a push there, but referee says nothing doing. He's going to keep going. Sakosh down on the right. Beats her girl to the inside, but they're doing enough to keep them from getting a rhythm there in this attacking third. Smarella there. Doing well to get possession. Good little ball movement here. Alexis C having her work cut out over on this near side with Lucy. Just can't. Neither one's able to get the advantage just yet, but if they can release Lucy into space, that's where they're going to be most beneficial. I say no doing there for Big Red, and that's going to be another corner, their fourth of the game. Seems Bryn Bowers is the one taking the ones here on the right. Bailey takes the ones out on the left-hand side of the field. We've got Big Red boys showing up here to support their girls. Played into the middle. Good stop by Tatum Campbell to come out and grab that one. And there's another attack on. Big Red holding a good line. It's going to bounce over. Gabby Ray there. She's been able to come up. Haven't been able to call her name too often just yet, but she's holding down the middle of the field. It seems most of the attacks for Indian Creek are coming to the outside. Sucker's looking to play the 1-2 with Bailey. That's good to get behind Alexis C. She's in on space. Looks for the shot. Plays to the back post. Tatum Campbell there with the save. Another attack stopped. Tatum Campbell doing a good job to get down and get a hold of that ball and keep possession. Keynes Walker with a little flick forward. She's running onto it. Looks like Gabby Ray coming across. Walker gets the touch, but it's going to go out on Indian Creek. Subs coming in. We've got number 20, Jolie Lombardo, and number 21, Jalen Kreitz. Leaving the field is going to be Petrelli. And that looks like Kalia Burden's coming out. Leaving for Indian Creek is Harper Long. And coming in, trying to find that number there. Missed it as she was coming in here. Looks like might be number 33, Brooklina Grigsby. She's going to take her place in this back line of four. Bell gets the touch. Able to not get everything on it, but enough to get back to the defender. Just a slow moving Lucy in on goal. Plays to the back post. Good save by Campbell. Bell's there for the second effort. Another save. That ball's going to go out for a goal or corner kick. Good opportunity there for Big Red. Just couldn't find the back of the net again. For Campbell, it's got to be her, call it her 8th save. Good first effort to make the save. Good second effort to get up and stop the second ball. Just Bailey could not find the right power to connect onto it. They did enough to keep it out, but another missed opportunity for Big Red, and we keep saying that here in the first 14 minutes. Ball played to the back post. There's two Big Red girls back there, and that's going to come off of Thomas's head and go out. Good opportunity there. Played to the back post. Good corner taken. Just can't find the back of the net just yet. Barkalow looking for the goal kick. He's going to find another Big Red player that looks like Smarella. C plays the ball back up. Coming across there is Pierce. Marshall calls her off. Bell brings it down with her chest, looking to slip Lombardo in just a little too far. Can't quite keep it in. But you can see their style. You can see what they're trying to do. Bailey does a good job of keeping it down off of her chest to bring it to her feet. Now coming in is going to be number 11, Carson Brown. Brown is going to replace Harmon there out on the right forward position. Looks like they're letting Cadence Walker just kind of roam the middle, see what's going to work best for her. Off the foot of Smarella. She's looking for her options. Looks like she finds Pierce here. Good first ball forward, just not enough for Bryn to get onto the end of it. Played that a little too far ahead of her. She wasn't able to make the connection there. Marshall was able to get behind it and clear it back up to Alexis C. A lot of happenings here on the right. Alexis C gets it up and over, but that's going to go out for a throw in here for Big Red about the 45. She's signaling, trying to get Gianna Thomas to move forward. It's going to fall to the feet of, oh, that's Smarella. She can't quite make the connection onto it. And Saltzman comes up and clears the ball forward for Carson Brown to one onto it, but a little too far there. Just a bit too far for Carson Brown to get onto it. Creek sticking with 3 forwards up here. Playing very high, looks like. Does look like that Carson Brown will drop in to help on defense. Looks like Peyton Rath here will also drop to help in defense, but when they get forward, they're trying to get all 3 forward as best as possible. Good throw in here. That's going to be a good step by Kreitz. Goes right back out. Unable to keep the connection. Thrown up and over. It's going to go off of Kreitz's head. That's going to go up into the bleachers, but enough to bounce back down into the field. Creek just slowly moving the ball down that right side. Looking for one throw in after another. Thrown in. Can't quite make it into Carson Brown there. She finds the wrong color jersey. Haynes Walker just tries to kick the ball upfield. Barklow can't quite get it. Bryn Powers with the ball forward, but no one's able to make that run. Just a bit too far. Campbell's going to pick that ball up and look to punt it back out. Creek just doesn't have enough in the middle of the field right now. They need to start winning those battles and win with numbers. Kreitz tries to bring it down. As we get this ball down the right side now for Big Red. She's going to get the touch, brings it back in the middle. Beal's there to try to go for the 50-50 ball, so they both had every right to it. Didn't have quite connection. I like the aggressive play there. Dropped for Gianna Thomas. She launches one in from deep, and that's going to go up and over for a goal kick. Good cross there by Lucy Sakos to keep the ball in. You see Burden's going to come back in. Petrelli's coming back in for Lombardo. Burden's going to replace Pierce on the near side. Gianna Thomas is going to move back out to the left. Petrelli is going to take her spot here in the middle. And those 3 center mids are doing their jobs, winning the ball back out wide, and trying to break down the Creek defense. We're 22 minutes in, 0-0 here. Big Red with all of the chances so far, just can't find the back of the net. Beal with the turn on the left foot, up and over. And you got to start thinking, if you're a Big Red, these are some wasted opportunities. These are some wasted chances that they've had. They need to start finding the back of the net. They know they're capable of it. They know how to break teams down. They know how to find the back of the net. They're just putting stuff wide, but you got to hand it to Campbell for making the saves and making it difficult for Big Red. The ball's played out the goal kick. Some touches just going a bit wide. Big Red's right back onto the attack here. Good throw-in. Either side can bring it down. Thomas can't quite find who she's looking for. And we're going to see another attack here. Sakar steps in rather hard to get that ball. Can't quite keep it under. And the ball just keeps bouncing away from Big Red. They're not able to find possession. They're not finding their shape. They need to settle things down and just connect some passes here and get back to what they do. But you got to hand it to Indian Creek. They are putting a lot of pressure on Big Red, especially in that midfield. That midfield of Bowers, Petrelli, and Smarella. Nairobi Harmon re-entering the game here. It's going to be number 3, Chloe Fesher. She's going to come out. Looks like Nairobi's going to stick in the middle of the field. Looks like she's going to play one of the center mids. Tessa Irwin up off of her knee. Gabby Ray brings it down off her thigh, but can't quite keep the control. Which way is the referee going to signal for this one? I like when the girls just pick the ball up and start to play for themselves. Let the referees tell them if they're wrong. Good flick forward there. Here comes Bowers down the right. She's got Alexis C to beat. Good touch. Little pull back. Looking for options. She finds Sakosh there on the near side. Good touch forward, but just, again, not able to find that connection, that final ball in the attacking area. Header back into the middle. Here comes Campbell. She's going to pick the ball up. And right now, Indian Creek, they're got to be enjoying themselves that they're able to keep this Big Red team to 0-0 after 20 minutes gone. A little mix-up of the girls there. I think the referee's just going to call that's a handball because it looks like that was Peyton Rath who fell down on it and was able to, well, not in the best ways, hold on to it. Carson Brown also there, either one. Gianna Thomas with a long shot again. Not all the power that she can get behind it, and it's going to be another easy save for Campbell. Ball's played up to the middle for Walker. Marshall gets a touch out wide. Can't quite do what she needs to do with it. Saltzman with a long ball forward. See if that ball can get through, but no, great recovery there by Marshall to keep it from getting through. Because Cadence Walker does have speed. She is good on the breakaway. And if she can get a clear look on goal, she does have the ability to finish. Harmon working hard to try to keep possession of this ball. No one's moving for her. No one's giving her options as she continues to hold on to it. She's able to find, couldn't find Walker. Also couldn't find Carson Brown. Good turn by Bell. She's looking for options. Gets it out wide to Sakosh. She beats her defender down the right. Looks to cross it. There's into Bell's head. She's able to get something on it, but no one there for the second ball. A little push there by Barklow. Nothing called. Tessa Irwin with her knee again. Harmon trying to bring it down, get it under control. Can't quite do it. That's going to go out of bounds. Looking for the quick throw. Throws up and over. That's going to be Bell in on goal, but coming across is Saltzman. Bell still with it, looking for her options in the middle. Played back to the backside. Can't quite get there. Petrelli can't get the touch, and now here we go, Indian Creek out the other side. Played long, looking to get the ball into the feet of Carson Brown. Coming back is Smarella. She's able to get the touch, get the turn. Can't connect with a black jersey. Can only find the white one. Played back into the middle for Petrelli. Bowers takes her touch at midfield and looks to get the ball wide. Good touch by Sakosh. Got Harmon and C coming over. Harmon was able to win the ball, but can't just get the pullback. Couldn't quite get the pullback to keep possession for Indian Creek. They've got their moments, but they're just not connecting at bringing the ball down under control. Big Red still unable to find the goal here. 17:26 remaining. Into Walker's feet as she turns. Marshall does a good job to put pressure on her to send that ball wide, running onto it. Looks like it's going to be Brown. Nice little touch there by Kreitz. Or no, Smarella, she went all the way across. Good little touches here. Ball played into space. I don't think Sakosh was ready for it just yet. And that goes out for a goal kick for Indian Creek. 16:50 to go here in the first half. 0-0 between Steubenville Big Red and Indian Creek here at Harding Stadium. This is game number 4 of 5 for the Together We Care Cancer Games here. Over a decade of these games happening. Variety of teams participating. Today we had Weir High, Edison Boys and Girls, Weir Girls, Steubenville Catholic Central Boys and Girls, Steubenville Big Red Boys and Girls, and Harrison Central Boys and Girls. So a lot of games being played today. As we hear the attack, here comes Bell at the top of the 18. She's going to take a shot to the left. And Tatum Cannibal gets her hands onto it, but it gets over her head, and that's a goal. Not expected there, but you put the ball on frame. And for Bailey Bell, that is the first goal of the game. Well over 100 for her career and over 30 on the season. She took that ball down. She turned and had her space, and from about 18 yards out, let it fly. Campbell did well to get her hand onto it, but just couldn't keep it in her possession. And it gets over her head and goes into the goal. So 1-0 Big Red, 16-15. You got to say for Big Red, a long time coming, and they probably felt frustration there of not getting what they needed. They've had some opportunities. Campbell has done well to keep them out. Let's see if she can keep her composure and keep this at a 1-0 ball game. Harper Long checks back in. Looks like for Indian Creek, looks like Kyla Chamberlain came in as well, number 20. Campbell with the punt. Again, seems on all these 50-50 balls, these punts that are coming out, Big Red seems to be the one winning them. Little good aggressive there. Able to use her body to keep possession. Good little 1-2s here. Bowers just can't find Belly, but she does the work to get the ball back into possession. Walker gets her touch. She's looking for her options. Played out wide. Chamberlain can't quite get onto it. John Thomas is going to pick the ball up, looking for the quick throw, but decides not to. Smerla, she comes across, I think, to take that throw. Looks like they kind of shifted a little bit. Looks like they still playing for the back, but Leonard get high. Good 1-2 between Sakosh and Bell. Bell back to the top of the 18. She takes a shot from about 18 yards out. It gets blocked, gets back out to Sakosh, and that goes out for a goal kick. 1-0 so far for Indian Creek. You got to feel good about them. Keeping them out for a long portion of time. Big Red, even though they're up by 1, they would have liked to have a few more. They're going to see if they can get another one here before half. Barkalow can't quite get the connection there. Good, you got to say for Big Red, they are doing a great job of getting those little touches, those little passes to kind of break a team down and get them into space. Burden off her chest and then again off her head. Harmon right there. She's trying to bring this ball down. Lucy Sakosh comes back to get her help. Bell. She plays that ball back into the middle. Looks like they have Kreitz up front now. Bell's dropped back into the midfield. Smerla has taken over that left back position. Checking back in is going to be Peyton Rath. She's going to replace Tessa Irwin. She makes her way into that back line. So it looks like for Big Red, they've shifted some players around, and that's the thing about this team is they're able to shift players into different spots and still keep their attacking presence and keep their shape. Dropping Bell into a little bit of a deeper position to get her on the ball a little bit sooner. And she will run through players. She will do what she has to do to get that ball and try to score. Rath, good first-time ball up front, but no one there. Barkalow, she tries to get her touch. Can't quite make a connection there. Carson Brown putting her pressure on. Into the feet of Gabby Ray. Ray looking for her options. No one there. Harmon is able to come back and take possession. It's 1v1. And Bryn Bowers is able to come out ahead of that one. Played back into the middle. Barkalow takes her first time touch, but again, that's starting to fail her. She's not finding anyone when she takes the first time touch. Ball played wide into Sakosh. Lexus C comes back. She's able to do enough to knock the ball back to the middle of the field, but no one there able to help take possession. For Big Red there, that's Kenzie Petrelli. Starting to just hit the ball. Wonder if the Heat's starting to play a role here for them of just not finding their connections, just passing the ball around, looking for choices, but not making the connections that they need. Throwing in Cadence Walker up front. She's looking to turn to beat her defender. That's going to get played into the box. And it looks like Edwards is going to come out and make her first connection, or one of the first times she's touched the ball. Haven't really talked much about Sadie Edwards. She hasn't seen much to do. On the far side, there's Saltzman going up against Thomas. Unable to keep possession, just knocks it out. And we're going to see two more players come in. Looks like Lombardo's coming back into the game, and so is Pierce. Making way will be Kreitz and Thomas. So Burden will stay here on the right back position. Pierce is going to go take the left back position. Looks like Samarella is going to go take out on the left mid. Lombardo slots into the middle with Bell pushing back up front. Lexus C knocks that ball out of the area. Pierce getting chased down by Carson Brown. A little pushing, a little shoving. That's okay. It's going to go out on Creek for a Big Red throw right here at midfield. For Creek, they need to start finding possession, need to start finding their options and keeping the ball out of the possession of Big Red. For Big Red, they just need to do better with their passes. They're able to keep possession, And they're able to get 3 or 4 passes together, but when they start getting into that attacking third, they're just failing themselves at finding their best option. Slipped in behind is Lucy. Good little run underneath. She plays to the near post, but that's going to go wide. Did a good little move to get around Alexis C to receive that ball underneath of her towards goal. She had an opportunity, but just put that ball high and wide. It goes out for a goal kick. Saltzman here to take this goal kick. Harmon by herself at the 40. That's who they're looking for. Lombardo comes across, but she gets a leg on it, but doesn't keep possession. It goes out for a Creek throw-in. Coaches for Creek trying to make the right adjustments. Cadence Walker coming out from the middle of the field to take this throw. She has Harmon short. Looks like Irwin's getting ready to come back in. That's going to get thrown into the feet of Marshall. Cadence Walker is trying to stick with it. Lombardo gets onto it. Plays the ball into the middle. Here comes Bowers. Bowers into Petrelli. She's got options out wide, making the run is Cimarella. She's going to get a touch on that. She's able to keep it in. Plays it back into the feet of Petrelli. Quick 1-2 onto the touchline. She's got Bell in the middle. If she can find her, it's going to be into the hands of Tatum Campbell. And another great opportunity for Big Red here as we get into the final 10 minutes of the first half. Cleared out as far as Bowers at the 40. Bowers with her touch as she drives into middle. Open in that back area is Petrelli. Can't quite get to it. Saltzman shielding. Coaches want an obstruction call. That's one of the ones that you want it when you see it, but it's tough for an official to make the call every time. Lombardo. Harmon is able to pick this ball up as she looks to dribble past Burden. She gets past one. She gets past a second. Now she's in on Marshall. Marshall just tries to clear it upfield, does the smart thing, and plays it off of Harmon. And that stops the attack as we get into 9 minutes, 10 seconds. 1-0 Big Red here at Harding Stadium. Game number 4 of 5 for the Together We Care Cancer Games. To Lombardo. Plays the ball forward. Bell is onside as she comes down the right. She's got no one in the middle, kind of on her own. Takes her time. Plays back to the top of the 18. Touched by Suckosh. Second touch is played. That's going to go to the back post. That's a goal for Steubenville Big Red. 2-0. 8 minutes, 52 seconds to go here in the first half. That was a great run by Bell as Tessa Irwin checks back into the game. Played down this near side for Bell as she ran onto it. She didn't have the numbers, didn't have the options immediately. Did a very patient thing to pick her head up and see what she has. And when she finally got the support she needed, Lucy Suckosh took 3 touches, and on the third touch was able to play the ball into the back post and beat Campbell. So we get our restart here as we get closer to halftime. 8 minutes, 52 seconds to go. 2-0 in favor of Steubenville Big Red. Now they're starting to get things to work. They're starting to see how to break this team down and start to make those connections, the things that they've done right all season. Throw in off the hip of C as she's doing her best to keep Suckosh at bay. Taking her touch, taking her time off of the feet. Suckosh wins the 50-50 ball. She's got numbers in the middle, plays it on the ground to Bell. Bell, first time hit, it's going to go wide. And that's out for a goal kick. Again, Big Red starting to see what works, which is get the ball to the out wide areas, beat those outside defenders. And Alexis C has not come out, so she's got to start feeling tired, I would think. She can do her best to keep Lucy at bay, but Lucy is starting to beat her down this near side, and Big Red is starting to find Suckosh into those spaces. Saltzman played to the near side, gets it about to the 35. Bowers again there to try to drain under possession. Walker gets the touch forward, but no one's there. Bowers again calling her name a lot in the middle. She's doing a great job playing in more of that defensive midfield role. Miss played by Irwin. Quick 1-2 into space. That's going to get down to the 10. The 5 is Lucy able to keep it in. She does get that touch. Played back across the middle. There's Kyla Chamberlain. She plays it back to the near side. Alexis C can't get a touch. Being chased down by Lombardo as the Big Red is looking for a sub. Doesn't get it. They're trying to play quick. Bell comes across. She brings it down, looks for her options. She lets Suckosh take it. Played back into the middle for Saltzman. No one there. Backside is Smarella. She puts it up and over. I don't think she was expecting it to get all the way through. And when she hit, you saw the shoulders go back. And when that happens, that means the ball is going over the goal. Thomas checks back in. Lombardo makes way. She's going to make her way over to the far side of the field down that left mid. And it looks like they're going to go back to Kenzie Petrelli, Bryn Bowers, and Samarella there in the middle. Walker stepping in. Carson Brown unable to get the second touch onto it. They're doing what they need to win the first ball. They're just not winning the second ball as they go forward. Smarella, she plays the ball up in the middle to Bauer's feet, into Bell, plays it wide out to Suckosh. She's going to take a touch, looks for her options in the middle, coming across as Alexis C. And she steps in front, and that goes out for a Big Red corner. So after getting 4 quick corners at the beginning of the match, it's been a while since we've seen a corner kick for Big Red. Looks like Bell is coming across here to the near side. Runners down the middle. Campbell standing already at the top of her 6-yard box. It seems like she knows where that's going, and she's going to make that grab. And that's going to stop that attack there. 5 minutes, 58 seconds to go here in the first half. Walker chasing after this one. She gets the touch. The ball's forward. She beats the second defender. She's underneath as she starts to drive down the far side. She's looking for her options in the middle. Plays it across. Edwards maybe could have got her hands to it, but decided to let it go. Burden. Believe that is Burden on this side. She kind of sees it out. Takes the throw, and Harmon able to come back and get her foot onto it, but knocks it out for a throw. Quick throw by Smarella over the head of Seal. Suckosh running onto it. She takes her first touch as she gets down below the top of the 18. Played into the middle. Campbell into her hands. She makes the easy grab, but Bell was running onto it. Again, 2-0 here. 5 minutes. Looks like Peyton Rass, she loses the ball on that one. Good little move by Smarella. That's hit long. That's off the post. I think Campbell thought that was going out. I don't think she expected it to the post. Bowers plays the ball into space there. Crashing on the backside is Gianna Thomas. Can't quite get the touch. And with it being 3 or 4 yards out past the goal kick, she launches it out wide, hoping to get the throw. Coming back in, it's going to be Cora Barkalow. She runs into the back. It looks like Saltzman's going to give way, and they're going to give her a break. Good first half for Indian Creek. Would like to have seen them get a couple of those options or a couple of chances on goal when they got down there. Almost swung one in on their sole corner of the day. Big Reds had the lion's share of the opportunities, just unable to find the net as many times as they could. Ball's played wide. Suckosh loses her footing as she tries to get off the inside shoulder of Alexis C. So she plays that ball long. Last time she hit the post, might as well see what she can get on that one, and that goes out for another Indian Creek goal kick. So again, chances are in favor of Big Red. They just need to find the back of the net a little bit more often. They're able to get the ball wide. They're breaking Indian Creek down. They're finding chances. They got runners in the middle, but Tatum Campbell is doing the best that she can to keep her team in this game, and she's doing a fantastic job at this. Bell unable to get the ball under her control. Barkalow fighting to win possession. Drop to Smarella. Smarella looks for Bowers. Bowers takes her touch, plays it right back in. A nice little give and go. That seems to work best. That's going to bounce off of Barkalow. C takes possession. Can't quite clear it enough to a white shirt. Bowers fighting through 1-2 girls. Ball's getting played in. Oh, great job by Bryn to fight through those 2 girls. Just can't keep it under her possession to get her shot off. Campbell plays it out the other side. There's Chloe Flesher. She's back into the game. She's looking to play the ball up for Carson Brown. Brown unable to get to it. Here comes Kaden Walker. Edwards way off her line. Thought she was going to go get it. Walker again fighting. She's going to chip that ball up and over. Edwards following it. She can't quite get her hands to it. And that's a goal out of nothing for Indian Creek. With 3 minutes exactly to play, Creek goal by Cadence Walker. Shot by number 31. The initial ball played in was bouncing high. Edwards started to come out to get it, realized she wasn't going to make it there all the way. Walker does the best that she can to keep fighting for it. And by putting it in on frame, it was a high lobbed ball. Edwards couldn't get her hands completely behind it, and it went in for a goal. So 2-1 here. Indian Creek right back in it, only down a goal. Hopefully those missed opportunities in the first half don't come back to haunt them. Bell, she takes a good first touch, gets it back to her preferred right foot, right into the chest of Campbell. Campbell can't quite hold on. Second chance efforts bouncing around. Bowers takes her touch, and that goes wide. The chance to restore the 2-goal lead fades away for Steubenville Big Red. So first goal, Scored 16 minutes, 15 seconds in the going in the first half. Second goal for Big Red was at 8:52. Creek pulled within 1 at 3 minutes as we inch closer and closer to halftime. And if this scoreline holds, this is going to be a good first half for Indian Creek. Shot from distance is going to be bounced off of Barkalow. Thomas can't quite keep under control. She fights to get possession into the feet of Bell. Second opportunity, she hits that ball, and that ball goes wide. Seems to be the common phrase for Big Red right now, is getting that ball wide or over the top. They need to start putting the ball on frame, and I know the coaches are not going to be happy with this first half effort. They need to start putting more shots on goal and not where the goalie's standing. They've hit her in the chest numerous times. They put it into her hand on crosses. You know, you need to start bugging them, start making them uncomfortable. Trying to get the ball wide into Harmon's feet. She does well to keep it in, but not able to keep possession. Bowers beats her girl. She's got 3 in the middle, played on the ground. Barkalow comes across and she stops it. C takes a touch. She plays that back in the middle, which you don't want to do. Into the feet of Bell. Stomach across as Barkalow prevents the shot from being taken, and that ball is going to go out for a corner. Good job by Indian Creek to prevent the goal, to prevent the shot from being on goal. They keep themselves in it as we get under a minute, 57 seconds. Bell takes the corner. She's got 3 on the backside, 1 top of the 18. That's going to fall all the way to Suckosh. She comes off her hip, can't quite get under control. Here comes Petrelli. She hits the ball long into the fate of Walker. She's got Harmon out wide, played forward. Harmon's got 2 or 3 to beat as she uses her speed. Marshall does well to come across and knock the ball out. 30 seconds to go. Creek's got to move and pick things up. They're starting to get numbers forward. Into Harmon's face. It's going to be Burden. She backs off as Edwards calls for it. So 20 seconds to go, and there goes the opportunity for Indian Creek. Long kick there. That's going to bounce at the 45 into Bell. She plays it wide into Thomas. Thomas driving down the far side into the feet of Bell. Top of the 18. Here goes the shot. Barkalow does enough to put her off. And that's going to go. And that's going to do it here for the first half for OVSO. At halftime, it's Steubenville Big Red 2, Indian Creek 1.
Steubenville Big Red 2, Indian Creek Redskins 1.
You know, Fort Steuben Maintenance should be your first choice when it comes to any and all construction projects, whether it's commercial or residential. Make Fort Steuben Maintenance your first call. You can rely on them to be the experts when it comes to roofing, concrete, plumbing, carpentry, just about any job that needs done. Fort Steuben Maintenance, they're fully licensed and bonded and will even give you a free estimate. Fort Steuben Maintenance. You want the number? 740-283-4890. Experience the excitement of Edge Sports in partnership with First Westminster Presbyterian Church, where children's golf takes center stage. Don't miss your chance to use the state-of-the-art TrackMan Golf Simulator, perfect for golfers of all ages and skill levels to practice, learn, and improve. Edge Golf at First West is growing, offering expert lessons and opportunities to fine-tune your game. Come alone or gather your group and schedule a session today before every slot fills up. Elevate your golf experience with Edge Sports. Call 740-282-4591 to book your tee time today.
Hi, I'm Dan Enich, Superintendent of Hancock County Schools. Are you trying to choose a school for your child? Choose the school system that is consistently in the top 10 academically in the state of West Virginia. Safety comes first. New safety measures this year, and there's always a county or Weirton police officer in all of our buildings. Our teachers are certified, and our athletic facilities are second to none. There is free breakfast and lunch for all students. Attend the award-winning JDR Career Center if career readiness is your choice. Enroll today. Hancock County Schools, you can get there from here.
The loss of a family pet is always an emotional and difficult experience. At Arner Funeral Chapel in Chester, we know the value that you place on your pet. After all, they are a member of the family. Arner Funeral Chapel now offers pet cremation with prices starting at $65. Decorative urns to honor and remember your pet are available for purchase as well. Our services are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Arner Funeral Chapel, caring for the entire family.
Discover the difference experience makes with Steubenville Tailoring and Alterations. With over 30 years of expertise, they offer quick, affordable, and reliable sewing services, from tuxedo rentals to bespoke suits and expert bridal alterations, including corsets, bustles, and hemming. Conveniently located in Wintersville, Ohio, they provide free estimates and personalized service by appointment. Trust your special garments to the skilled hands at Steubenville Tailoring and Alterations. Call 740-314-5316 to schedule today.
Experience the excitement of Edge.
Your vehicle deserves the best at Valvoline Express Care. The only authorized Valvoline Express Care within 60 miles. We're locally owned and operated.
We take pride in serving our community. Every day, we honor our veterans and Franciscan University of Steubenville employees with special discounts. Enjoy peace of mind with our complimentary checkup, because your safety is our priority. At Valvoline Express Care, all cars and trucks are welcome. Come experience the difference.
You're not just a customer, you're a family.
At Presley Hearing Center, your journey to better hearing begins with us. Our certified experts are dedicated to understanding your unique needs, ensuring a superior experience every step of the way. Discover the latest in hearing technology with Starkey's newest wireless hearing aids. Don't miss out on life's precious sounds. Call today to schedule your personalized hearing consultation. Presley Hearing Center, where hearing care is healthcare.
Everyone at IWS is proud to support our area schools and athletes. We would like to wish every team a safe and successful season. Play hard, stay strong, and good luck from all of us at IWS.
A legacy committed to service and sustainability in our communities.
Ted Gorman, newly appointed superintendent at Jefferson County JVS, is dedicated to shaping the future of vocational education. With 16 diverse programs, from animal science to multimedia design, students gain hands-on experience and certifications for immediate employment. Thanks to a recent $1 million a technology upgrade, distance learning opportunities are now available, allowing students to connect with universities remotely. Gorman is also exploring adult education options to support lifelong learning in the community. Visit jeffjvs.org to learn more.
Experience the excitement of Edge Sports in partnership with First Westminster Presbyterian Church, where children's golf takes center stage. Don't miss your chance to use the state-of-the-art TrackMan Golf Simulator, perfect for golfers of all ages and skill levels to practice, learn, and improve. Edge Golf at First West is growing, offering expert lessons and opportunities to fine-tune your game. Come alone or gather your group and schedule a session today before every slot fills up. Elevate your golf experience with Edge Sports. Call 740-282-4591 to book your tee time today.
Your vehicle deserves the best at Valvoline Express Care. The only authorized Valvoline Express Care within 60 miles.
Electric O from Weirton, West Virginia, is your trusted partner for all electrical needs. Whether residential or commercial, our expert team delivers reliable, efficient, and safe solutions. We pride ourselves on top-notch service and customer satisfaction. Choose Electric O for quality you can count on, lighting up your world with excellence.
Capital Recovery Systems stands as a beacon of efficiency and reliability in government debt collection. Specializing in delinquent court cases, parking tickets, and taxes, we have successfully recovered hundreds of millions, directly benefiting taxpayers nationwide. Our expertise ensures communities thrive financially, turning debts into opportunities for growth and development.
At Jimmy John's in Steubenville, Ohio, we craft sandwiches that are freaky fresh and freaky fast. Made with high-quality ingredients, each sub is a flavor explosion. Whether you crave turkey, roast beef, or veggie, we've got you covered. Stop by today and taste the difference. Your taste buds will thank you. Imagine a vibrant hub where education meets wellness, a place where students and community members thrive together. At the East Central Ohio Educational Service Center, we're not just envisioning this future, we're building it. With partnerships that unlock resources and opportunities, we're addressing healthcare needs and cultivating talent. Join us in creating a healthier, brighter tomorrow.
In Steubenville, Signs Limited transforms visions into vibrant realities. From eye-catching billboards to custom storefronts, we craft signs that speak. Our team blends creativity with precision, ensuring your message shines bright. Elevate your brand, attract attention, and let your identity stand out. Choose Signs Limited, where your ideas take shape.
Welcome to the Harp and Habit.
As we get back here and get ready to start the second half here at Harding Stadium for game number 4 out of 5 at the Together We Care Cancer event. Give a little recap here. The first half, Big Red had the lion's share of opportunities, just couldn't find the back of the net as often as they would have liked. They didn't get the first goal of the game until 16:15 left in the first half, scored by Bailey Bell to add to her tally of the season, assisted there by Kenzie Petrelli. Took another 8 minutes before they found their second one at 8:52 to go to make it 2-0. Lucy Sakosh getting the goal after a feed from Bailey Bell, and then Creek did enough to earn a goal in the first half at 3 minutes in the form of Cadence Walker. So as we get set here for the second half, Big Red's going to look to try to add to their tally. Indian Creek looking to get themselves into a tie game, and you got to say that for Big Red, they are hoping that they made the correct adjustments going into this half. So, as we get things set, looks like Tatum Campbell is staying in goal for Indian Creek. We're going to see, looks like number 25, Sydney Himmer. Looks like they're going all starters again as we get things rolling. Big Red coming out quick and aggressive to start here, looking to play the ball wide. Now we're going to see Lucy Sakosh on the far side of the field as we start to get things going. Into the feet of Pierce. Harmon chases her down. Harmon does enough. She beats Pierce to the inside. A little bit of a heavy touch, and coming across is going to be Gabby Ray. Harmon with another good touch. Cadence Walker looking to turn her player. It's going to be Flesher chasing after that, and that's going to go out for a Big Red throw. Pierce coming in to take the throw here. She gets the ball up in the line, and it doesn't look like the ball ever came in, and that's going to go for a throw-in down here at the 20-yard line. And remember, in the game of soccer, when the throw-in, the ball has to come in. Cadence Walker signaling to try to get numbers forward. Their opportunities to score have been limited as they try to take advantage of these opportunities. Ball picked in. Peyton Rath can't quite get her hand in. Shielded and coming in. Looks like Big Red has made a change at goalie. It looks like they brought in Jodeci Green, the sophomore, to play. She got a good kick there. Edwards, her day is done. She did well in the first. Got beat on just that high lob over her head. Now, I believe she's new to the team this year, just doesn't have that experience that you want in the goalkeeper, but very athletic. Oh, this is a misplay here. Bell chasing it down. Thomas also chasing it. Neither one can get to it. Tess Irwin, she takes her touch. Bowers, she's trying to get through. She's keeps fighting there. Petrelli takes her touch at the top of the 18. Left-footed shot on goal into the hands of Tatum Campbell, and that's another save for Tatum as she makes her way to the top of the 18, the junior. Doing well here in the back of the goal. Gabby does well on the first and second opportunities. Smarella there. She wins it. Bowers, Lucy Sakosh making those connections. Been watching that for years at the youth levels. Lucy gets down to the end line, comes across the 10, plays into the middle. Petrelli with the first touch. And that's going to be a goal for Kenzie Petrelli with the assist from Lucy Sakosh here in the second half. Very quick goal at 37-39, increases their 2-goal lead. Great move by Lucy Sakosh to get the ball down the side. When she got to the 10, she turned and drove into the middle of the field, saw Petrelli on the backside. Good first touch by Petrelli and a good finish to restore their 2-goal lead. with the restart here. Indian Creek is looking to try to bring it back to 2 goals, see what they can do here for Petrelli. That's her second assist, or that's going to be her goal for Lucy Sakosh. She's now got a goal and an assist, and it seems like the 3 assist players have all scored goals. They're finding each other. And for Indian Creek, they're might need to make some adjustments to shut down that little triangle. Bell checks back to the ball, plays out wide, gets the ball into Lucy Sakosh's feet, bounces off of her and into the official. And under the new rules, it's going to be a drop ball in favor of Big Red. Drops it in. Lucy gets the ball wide to Browers. Browers beats her girl down to the near side as she starts to get to that end line, and it's going to bounce off of the Creek defender. Bounces off the Creek defender, and that's going to go out for a corner. Now that far side corner, a little narrow. You have to change your strategy here to see what will work to get the ball in. After that corner, nothing doing for Big Red. Pierce does well. She finds Bailey at the top of the 22. Hits from distance. That ball's going to go wide. Good left foot shot there from Bell. She's a little disappointed with herself after that one. She's doing a great job of checking back to the ball. She's able to get back onto the ball as quickly as possible. She turned and picked her head up and looked for an opportunity, and she hit from distance, just unable to make that connection. Saltzman on the goal kick. Gets played back to Murphy. She hits it long into Burden. Burden able to bring it under control, just unable to find Big Red player. Finally makes its way back to Keynes Walker, and Smerla does well to win it again. Now for Big Red, again, they're just playing kickball here. I know that's not what they want. When they play well, they are finding and connecting those short little passes and moving off the ball, and I don't think Coach Couturier is going to be happy with this version of kickball. Driven from distance. Smerla there from about 25 yards out, and that's going to go wide again. Can't quite find that target. Can't find the area where Tatum Campbell is not present. Campbell, a little bit of a limp there. Hopefully nothing's wrong with her because I don't know what Creek has as a backup goalie. Pierce can't bring her in control. That's going to hit forward by Flesher. Jodeci way off her line. Brings it down with her feet, looking for her options. Does well to play just a simple ball forward into Petrelli's feet. Barkalow gets a touch to disrupt the timing. Little pushing there by Barkalow and Smerella. Can't quite find the pass. Smerella gets in there for the second opportunity. Brought down by Harmon. Plays the ball off of Pierce. A little bit of a trip there. They're going to call the foul there right at midfield on Pierce.
Next play, here we go. Come on, Black.
Flesher thinks it's going to be a throw-in, but in fact it's going to be a foul there. Harmon did a good job to win that ball and get underneath of Pierce, and it gets knocked out. Knocked out for the foul. Barkalow with the restart. Looks to find Keynes Walker. Can't quite do it. Ray does enough to get the ball out into Thomas. Thomas finds it up to Bell. She continues her run up the field. Good little turn. Beats the first and the second ball. Gets the ball into Thomas's feet. She takes her first touch to goal as she looks for her opportunity. She's driving in on Campbell, and just a simple play to the hands of Tatum Campbell. Thomas not going to be happy with herself. She knows she can finish, but just unable to find the back of the net there. Lifted the ball up when she probably should have played it on the ground, but she knows that she can do better than that. But a great ball forward there by Bell. Good job by Thomas to get underneath and take that first touch in a positive way towards the goal. Just can't find that finish. Again, seems to be the thing that we're saying the most here about Big Red today. You know, they can put the ball in the back of the net, just unable to do so. Flesher beats Pierce down the side. Coming across is Ray for the cover. Coming back is going to be Thomas. She turns, plays her touch into the middle. Smerella picks the ball up at the 50, lets it run, looks to play Lucy Sakosh, and on the right, she's going to beat Alexis C. Good little push there. Out comes Campbell into the feet of Bell, but there's Saltzman to knock the ball out. Creek doing a good job there to keep them at bay, but not enough as Big Red refires the attack into Petrella. She takes the shot from distance into the hands of Campbell. makes the save, doesn't hold on to it, but able to fall down onto the rebound. That was a good ball there by Smarella. Down play Lucy and just couldn't find the connection, and a great job by Saltzman to prevent it. So both teams doing what they need to do. 3-1 in favor of Big Red. 2-1 at halftime. Big Red added one in the first 3 minutes of the second half. As Bowers plays the ball down the line. Can Suckosh get to it before it rolls out? She gets the touch. Played back in. That's going to be touched by Bell. I'm going to say that it is a goal kick. Checking in is going to be Jalen Kreitz. As she goes in, going to give Bailey Bell her first break of the game. She's doing well, doing what she needs to do. Just needs to get a little bit of breather here for Indian Creek. They got Carson Brown. They got her ready to go in. One of the things that is nice about this event is the girls wearing the pink armbands, the pink hair ties. The first game of the day was with Edison and Weir had on special pink jerseys and pink socks, and we've got raffles. We've got all kinds of things going on out in the front of the stadium, all to support the cancer charities here in Steubenville, Ohio. It goes to different organizations over the course of the year, or the course of the years. Suckosh does enough. That's going to go out off of a Creek defender for a corner kick. And for Big Red, looks to be their 9th corner of the day. Again, that near side is going to see Bryn Bowers come up to take it. Now that Bailey Bell is on the bench. Keynes Walker doing enough to get back and take away the short option. Checking 2 is Lucy Suckosh as the ball is played back into Bowers. Bowers plays the ball into the middle, and that's going to be a goal for Bryn Bowers. 30 minutes, 26 seconds to go. Bowers off of the play from the corner. We're going to give the assist to Suckosh there. That's her first assist on the day. Goal and assist for her. Makes it 4-1. Said that the far side corner on that end is a little tight. It's hard to get a good corner kick in. Keynes Walker did enough to come back and prevent the short option high, but no one took Lucy Suckosh on the low side, so when it got played into Bryn, or Suckosh's feet, she played it right back out to Bowers. Bowers was just trying to put something into the mixer there, and then went into the back of the goal. Got it up and over Campbell and underneath that crossbar to make it 4-1. As we get the restart here, Harmon down on the near side. She gets control. Good little fight between her and Pierce. Ray comes to clean up the seconds there, and here comes Petrelli as she drives. That ball is played ahead for Thomas, but just a bit too far for her to get underneath it. Saltzman comes across, can't find a connection, gets the ball into Petrelli, who plays back in the middle for Kreitz. Kreitz looking to play to the corner. There's Thomas, takes her first touch, but takes it too high and allows Creek to get back underneath. Good ball movement here. This is what Big Red does well. They keep possession, keep looking for little chances, look for those opportunities, and find the ways to break teams down, but can't quite get what they need there. That ball is going to get played out by Keynes Walker, and it goes out. A host of Big Red players coming in, so we're going to see number 11, Isabella Fletcher, come into the game. We see Jolie Lombardo. Bailey Bell returns. And we see number 27, Lydia Ray, the freshman defender, as she makes her way onto the field. So it looks like Kreitz is going to move out here to the left. Lombardo is going to go play in the middle. We've got Smarella. See, looks like Lydia Ray is going to take that right back position. Isabella Fletcher is going to take the right mid position. She's going to take that spot filled by Lucy Suckosh as she gets a break as it goes out. So across the back line, it looks like we're going to have Pierce, Gabby Ray, Ireland Marshall, and Lydia Ray. Looks like Sagan Smarella there is going to keep playing that defensive mid. The two center mids, we'll figure that out after this corner. Sneaking up on this bottom side is Allie Pierce. Looks like she's getting into a support role if that ball clears all the way out. Left-footed corner taken by Bell. It's going to find its way into Thomas. It's going to go off the chest of Tatum. And that's going to be a goal. So 2 quick goals here. 28-20 goal there by Thomas. Give the assist there to Bailey Bell. That's going to make it 5-1. You can see for them they are starting to break this team down as they move closer and closer into the second half. 28 minutes, 20 seconds to go. 4-1 in favor of Big Red. 2 goals in the first, 2 goals in the second. As we get to the restart here, Gabby Ray gets dropped with the ball, played up front for Jalen Kreitz. Can't quite get to the connection. Out wide to Isabella Fletcher. She plays the ball up the line. Here comes Kreitz, gets underneath of Alexis C. She's got one to beat, gets inside of Harper as she drives into the middle. She's going to take the left-footed shot. That's going to hit Tatum Campbell into hands. Good follow-up there by Big Red, but Tatum makes the save. Ball's played up and wide. Here comes Fletcher. She's running onto it, can't quite get underneath of it and keep it inside. So it goes out for a Big Red throw here at the 40. 27 minutes to go here in the second half, 4-1. Game number 4 out of 5 for the Together We Care. Coming up at 4 p.m. is the city rivalry between Steubenville Big Red and Steubenville Catholic Central. Both teams looking to get it. Here comes Thomas, takes her first touch into the middle. Just a little too much. Can't quite get the shot into Lombardo. Lombardo shoots. That's going to be Campbell as there's Kreitz. Isabel Fletcher there on the backside. Loose ball there. Both players had the right to it. Neither one had possession. Here comes Kenzie Petrelli. Kenzie Petrelli enters. Looks like it's going to be Sagan Smarella there. She's the one that's going to make way, the senior, having a great game playing in the middle, playing back in defense. High fives all around. Say good job. We'll see if we see her come back into the game. Thomas takes her touch in the middle, overlapped by Pierce. Here comes Bell into space from 20 yards out. Hits the first time shot low. Campbell unable to get her hands onto it after a good first half, unable to find it. And it's 26 minutes, 34 seconds to go. And for the Big Red, another goal. That was a good pass into the middle. Thomas takes her touch in the middle. Petrelli making the overlapping run to the outside. But she found Bell as she was driving in, and she hit the low, hard shot. That's always tough for a goalkeeper to get down and get to. And for Bell, that is going to be her second of the day to go with that assist that she had earlier. So as we see here, number 12, Jacelyn Stewart. Looks like she's getting ready to come into the game. It's going to make it all the way back to green. Good punt there. Barklow steps into it. Bell's able to get a touch. See if they can find some possession here. There's one. There's 2 passes out to Fletcher. There's the third pass back into the middle. Bell seeing it. She plays it wide. Comes off of the thigh of Lombardo. Looking for Thomas. Unable to make the connection. And here comes Fletcher. She drives to the middle. She gets almost past Gabby Ray. Here we go back to the other side. Just some good fighting in the middle. 50-50 balls. There's Peyton Rath to get underneath that ball. As the ball starts to make its way. Not enough. Jalen Kreitz. She gets in before everybody else. Taps around Campbell. And that's a goal for Steubenville Big Red. 7-1. We will now have a running clock. We will now have a running clock. That was a good ball played forward. Good ball played forward. You got to give credit to Jalen Kreitz there.
That's Steubenville Big Red goal, shot by number 21. Jalen Kreitz.
Great job by her to keep running on to it. Get around the goalkeeper and just tap it in. As we get started here, looks like we're going to see Himmerlich get back into the game. I know that's going to be, trying to find her number, the just shaking, Brooklina Grigsby. She's going to check back in. So from this point forward, a 6-goal advantage means we have a running clock, so nothing will stop on anytime there's a goal, unless that goal is in favor of Indian Creek to bring that number back down underneath 6. Official blows the whistle. He says that they moved too far up. Bryn Bowers looking to go back in. She checks back in. Looks like it's going to be Ireland Marshall who's going to give way. Looks like Bryn Bowers is going to slide into that back line. So now it looks like we're going to have Lydia Ray out on the right back. Bryn Bowers playing center back with Gabby Ray. And then on the near side will be Allie Pierce. Long throw, Isabel Fletcher trying to track it down. Saltzman gets underneath it. She taps it out for a throw-in underneath the 10-yard line. Playing here at Harding Stadium, goals exactly 100 yards apart. Makes it easy to get your distances here on a football field. Lydia Ray doesn't want to take the throw. Going to give it to Bailey Bell. Checking to her are 3 players. Thrown into the middle to Lombardo. She takes her first touch. She's looking to bring the ball out to the left side. Gets it to the inside. Good first touch there by Kreitz. Shoots low. Gets through the hands of Tatum Campbell. And that ball is going to go in. Goal by Kreitz. That's her second in a row. And again, just try to put something on frame. That's going to make it 8-1. 2-1 there at halftime. An explosion of goals here at 23 minutes and we'll say 20 seconds to go as that clock is going to continue to run. Indian Creek, great first half, just unable to keep it going here in the second half. Big Red taking advantage of just putting things on frame and keeping the shots low. Must have been something that they saw or some type of adjustment that they wanted to make there at halftime, and it's definitely taken advantage. Irwin gets the ball, plays it up to Harmon. Harmon's got Pierce to beat, but Pierce does her best to keep possession here, plays a short pass. Here comes Petrelli as she looks to beat another player. She's got Chamberlain, can't get it past Grigsby, and Grigsby plays it all the way back up to Carson Brown. Brown can't keep it under control. Lombardo does well. Good 1-2 passing here by Big Red. Played into the feet down. That's the new player there. That's Jacqueline Stewart. That's going to go off of Pierce. Harmon does a good job to win the throw for Big Red. Slow to get numbers forward. Taking their time as they try to take advantage and get something of a rest here. Long throw, trying to find Brown, but coming across is Bauer. She heads it all the way up to the 30 to Pierce, and here comes Barklow. She gets a left-footed touch into Carson Brown's feet as they look for the second opportunity, and here comes Jodeci Green. She comes up to pick this ball up. Top of the 18, here comes the punt to get things going again. Bell brings it down on her foot. Sees what her options are. She looks to split the defense, running onto its Fletchers. Looks like Alexis C. might beat her to the ball as it gets touched out wide. Both players fighting for it. They're going to say last touch by Indian Creek. Gets to a throw and out wide. Fletcher finds Bell close to the top of the 18. She turns back to the inside. It's going to play it into Lombardo's feet. Lombardo takes her touch. We're going to find Petrelli in the middle of the field. Petrelli takes the shot. Doesn't get everything she can behind it, and Tatum Campbell's going to make the save. 21:15 to go here in the second half. After this game, in a brief pause, we'll have the beginnings for Steubenville Catholic Central and Steubenville Big Red. Always a highly anticipated matchup between the two teams here at the end of every Together We Care event. Always provides a good opportunity. In that match, look to see Bowers brothers, see what they can do today. Sister playing in the back line. She's had a good day at midfield, not getting on the stat sheet as much as she would probably want, but doing the job of winning the ball, passing the ball, and looking for good opportunities. Here comes Bell here with about 20 minutes to go. Finds Stewart. Gets the ball right back to Bell. Bell takes the long shot. That's going to go off the post and out. She's not satisfied with her 2 goals. She would like to add the third to complete the hat trick. Over 30 goals on the season. After today, she'll be at 32, added to her assist to take her up to 14. She holds the school record with 100 goals, puts her, would have to say she's close to 105. They had a good game in the midweek over Brook and East Liverpool. Scored 11 on East Liverpool. Was able to defeat a Brook team that they faced earlier in the season. Barely beating them early in the season 2-1. Beat them in the OVAC consolation match. Here's Bell from deep. Gets all the way to the backside. Chamberlain bounces off of her. Campbell's going to pick that ball up. Close to a back pass, but given the scoreline, probably not going to get that called today. Unless it's really obvious. Played into Harmon on the punt. Petrelli gets the ball out wide here. Gets it into Delaney Tucker. Harmon tries to save it, can't do that. Tucker's going to take the throw-in. Smorella comes over. She decides that she's going to take it. She's in the back line now. Ball played forward, comes across. Harper Long takes a good touch, plays it up and over, but that's going to go out for another throw. And Smorella decides that she's going to go do it again. Bigger looking for the marks. Good throw into the middle of the field. Comes across to Saltzman. Stewart takes the touch, gets out wide to Lombardo. Lombardo from 22 yards out gets it into the hands of Tatum Campbell. She's going to make that grab. We know that if we've got to get the ball low, Campbell does well with anything that's above that waist to make those grabs there. And the success has been playing it low. There comes the punt. Bounces over Bauer's head into Cadence. She knocks it forward with her head. It's going to be a foot race between Cadence Walker. Smorella, she gets into a 1v1 with Allie Pierce. Beats one. Can't get past Smorella. She's shielding it as it starts to go out, and she decides just to take the safe road and knock it out for a throw. Here comes Cadence Walker inside the 10. This is where Indian Creek needs to take advantage of these opportunities. They're very few and far between, so any chance they can. Long throw into Harmon. Green comes out, seeing if she wants it. It's going to get played back out. Harmon, she takes possession, looking for Walker. Can't quite find her. Smorella takes her touch. Harmon doing well to try to win the ball back in a dangerous area, but can't quite do so. Going to get the ball here into Tucker. Tucker into Petrelli, and here comes Big Red the other way. They've got 5 to beat, but don't have the numbers just yet. Into Beal's feet. She plays it back to Smorella. Smorella takes her touch, looking for options. She's got Fletcher out wide, who she tries to get it to, but just can't quite make that connection. They had numbers. They started to build those numbers up as they were getting into the attack, but couldn't quite get it. Coach is trying to figure out what to do. We got Sadie Edwards looking to come onto the field, but not to replace Green. She's got a field player jersey on, and one of the favorite things I like to see in soccer is when the goalies get released into the field. They usually just like to run around because they've been caged up all game. Lombardo plays it wide. Can't get past Chamberlain, but Chamberlain almost had it. Thought she was not going to let it get by. She was looking for Stewart there, but here we go. Sadie Edwards checking in for Jacqueline Stewart as she makes way. Again, best part is putting a goalie up front. They just like to run. Here comes Tucker with the throw, looking to get the ball into Sadie Edwards, and I can tell you if Sadie Edwards can find the goal, the Big Red bench should light up a lot because everyone likes to see goalies running around, but even better, they like to see goalies getting a goal in the game. Bell looking for options, finds Bowers. Bowers has got Fletcher on the top side. Doesn't like what she sees, plays it back into the feet of Lombardo. Lombardo, 1 or 2 touches, gets it wide, but it's going to find Chamberlain. Chamberlain doesn't get it far enough and plays it right back to the middle of the field for Irwin. Irwin plays the ball up the line, hits Lombardo in the back, and here comes Sadie Edwards. She turns on one. She gets past, good little stick there by Grigsby to keep Edwards from getting to goal. And here we go. Edwards wants to get it, but Grigsby denied her that opportunity. Here comes the throw-in on the near side for Indian Creek. Fletcher's going to take it. She's got Chamberlain, Harmon, and Cadence Walker. Good throw forward. Bounces off of Harmon's stomach. She plays it in, but no one's there. Here comes Edwards. Good little drop into Lombardo. She's got options up into the feet of Bell. Can she find the space? A little cut back. She's going to play that back into Lombardo. Lombardo takes the shot, but blocked by Grigsby. The ball is bouncing around. Here comes the second chance opportunity from long distance into the hands of Tatum Campbell, and that's going to be a save. 15:04 to go. 8-1 Big Red. After the punt, they're going to say dangerous play there by Indian Creek. They got the foot up too high as Bowers was trying to get her chest onto the ball to go forward. And anytime you get a cleat or studs up near the head, that's when they're going to make the stop. Smorella plays the ball in. It's going to bounce off of Bell's back. Bouncing again. Loose ball grabbed and picked up by Tatum Campbell. Another 30 seconds gone on the clock. We've 14:26 running clock since the score is above 6 goals. Good punt out there, but just can't quite get the connection that they need. Thrown in by Bowers. Fletcher can't bring it down. She gets a second chance. Now a third. Still bouncing around 50-50 there. It's going to go out off of the Creek defender, Alexis C. She's had her work cut out there, first with Lucy Sakosh, now with Fletcher. And here comes Fletcher off that top side. C is able to get inside of her, but making a mistake and playing the ball to the middle. Edwards here fighting for it. Can't quite keep it under control. And it goes out for a goal kick. Checking back in now is going to be Gianna Thomas and Lucy Sakosh as they replace Allie Pierce and Jolie Lombardo. Coming in for Indian Creek is number 13. It's going to be Maddie Keener, the junior. Very large junior class here for Indian Creek, so they're good. They only lose 4 seniors off of this team. So they return a lot of these players, especially Campbell in the back. They will be losing, however, Nairobi, or they'll be losing Tessa Irwin, one of their mainstays in the middle of the field. They do bring back Cadence Walker, they bring back Harmon, they bring back Campbell, and so a lot of this work that they're doing now, they're going to see these opportunities next year and hopefully use this to build off of it. Sakosh plays the ball wide, looking for looking for Tucker on that near side. Walker, she picks the ball up and just plays the ball wide into the feet of Coach Brad Long, who does a great first touch to keep it on the sideline. Sakosh plays into the middle. Everyone there brings the ball down for Smerlish. Can't quite keep it under control. Here comes Rath. Bowers does enough to knock her off of her pace, but can't quite keep that connection. So Big Red still starting to lose those little possessions, starting to lose those little passes that work so well for them. Ball bounces up. No call there for a handball. Walker gets her first touch. Again, they need to find this possession. They need to go back to what was working. 12-16 to go. Tucker loses it. Harmon brings it on her feet. She's got Gianna Thomas to beat. Thomas does enough to keep her from getting forward. It goes out for a throw-in. Checking back in for Indian Creek is number 25, Sydney Himmerlich. So it looks like Himmerlich's coming in. 19 is Layla Rasici. And looks like that's also going to be number 10. It's going to be Malin Espita. Looks like making way is going to be Erwin Saltzman. And coming off as well is Peyton Rath, one of the starters. Throw in by Cadence Walker. She's played pretty much the entire game. Fletcher can't bring it down. Here comes across Lucy Sakosh. She's playing that defensive mid role. Lexus C just swinging a miss. Here comes Grigby. Here comes Sadie Edwards. She gets her first touch in on goal. Comes out Campbell, and she makes the grab. Edwards saw green space in front of her. She took advantage of it, and she was ready to pounce on any mistake, but Campbell does enough to keep it under her control. Can't get it past Bell. Bell finds the feet of Petrelli. Petrelli looks to play the ball wide into Tucker. Tucker takes her touch. She's trying to find Sadie Edwards. And again, if Edwards can find the back of the net, they are going to be very excited. Anytime the goalie scores after being in goal, I know that's what teams like to do. Thomas signaling where she wants players to go, throws it up front for Edwards. Edwards brings it down off her chest. She gets underneath. She is on the near side, flings a right-footed shot, plays to the hands of Tatum Campbell, and that's another save by Campbell. Sadie Edwards with a nice little turn there to get in on goal, just can't find enough to finish. Campbell with the punt up. Sakosh does enough to keep it to get it past from the 40. Fletcher fighting with her. Here comes Grigsby. She plays it right back into the feet of Sakosh, who looks to split the defense but can't quite do so. She takes her second and third touch. She lays it off for Edwards. Edwards wasn't expecting it. And that was another opportunity for her to score. 10 minutes to go here in the second half. 8-1 in favor of Steubenville Big Red. Game number 4 of 5 for the Together We Care event. They're going to call Edwards offside. She came from the offsides position to get back into the play. 5 games on the slate today. Weir defeated Edison in the first matchup. Steubenville Catholic Central defeated Harrison Central in the second game of the day. Harrison Central boys defeated Edison, and as things stand, it looks like Steubenville will win against Indian Creek. Last matchup of the day, Steubenville Big Red versus Steubenville Catholic Central. Again, that's the game that always anchors the event. Here comes Bell. She takes her first touch. She looks to complete the hat trick. There's the shot, and that's going to be well wide as it goes out. Checking in now for Indian Creek is number 23, Lindley Simmons. And coming back into the game is Jacqueline Stewart. Bailey Bell, she steps out with 9 minutes to go. Looks like that's probably going to be the end of her day. Goal kick taken. Can't quite get onto the end of that one is Maddie Keener. She's going to step out to take the throw, but decides not to. Chloe Flesher's going to come up as she looks to throw the ball in. Finds Cadence Walker. Running off of her is going to be Lindley Simmons. Cadence Walker is going to hit the ball off of Smarella. And the officials are going to say that this is an Indian Creek throw-in. Walker looking for the longer throw here, hoping that they can get some numbers forward as they look to get another goal in this game. 2-1 at halftime. Bowers, oh, here we go. Bowers comes across. She's going to clear the ball out. 2-1 at halftime. And then a quick onslaught of goals for Steubenville Big Red. 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, all at 37, 30, 28, and then the 6th goal coming in the 26th minute. So they blew things wide open to get things to the running clock. But good job by Indian Creek. They held them out until 16 to go in the first half. And that was a valiant effort by Tatum Campbell to keep the team in the game for as long as possible. Good crowd here, as we've seen the numbers kind of shift and change all day today. As we see their numbers getting forward. Fletcher, she looks across the ball into the middle. On the backside is Tucker. A little bit of miscommunication there in the back line. Doesn't make it as far as Petrelli. But here comes Indian Creek. Simmons looks to play the ball to Cadence Walker, unable to do so. Fletcher takes her first touch out wide, looking for numbers and option forward. She had one to beat in the form of Gianna Thomas and was unable to do so. But it does get knocked out for an Indian Creek throw-in. Fletcher looking for options, looking for opportunities here. Gets the throw into the middle, gets into Cadence Walker. A little bit of a hands to the back there, but it was just enough to keep them from making the turn. Soccer is a contact sport. You're allowed to be physical as long as you're not gaining advantage, and she just put her hands there to make sure she didn't back into her. Now coming in for Indian Creek is number 7. That's Caitlin Bowers. Also looks like Cora Barkalow checking back in. Bryn Bowers is making way for Ireland Marshall. And it looks like Burden is going to make her way up to midfield to get back into the match. Big Red's done what they needed to do after what would probably be seen as not the greatest first half for them. They know what they're capable of. They know what they're able to do. Indian Creek put 2 players on. Cadence Walker didn't get the message to come out for the second one. Now they're looking at who's going to take the throw for Indian Creek. As everyone stands there, someone needs to go over and pick this ball up and take this throw in. We'll see what they have. Thrown in by Carson Brown. Can't quite make the connection. 5 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Cleared up front to Sadie Edwards. She's got really no help. She's got to go alone as she looks to beat one. Unable to get past Cindy Himmerlich, and it goes out for a Big Red throw down at the 25-yard line. Fletcher looking for her option, throws into the middle of Jacqueline Stewart. She takes her first touch, gets bumped off the ball, but able to keep winning the 50-50 ball. She takes the left-footed shot. That's off the back post. Here comes Tucker. Tucker with the goal. And that's going to make it 9-1 in favor of Big Red. 5 minutes, 18 seconds to go. Goal by Delaney Tucker. And that's after the shot by Jacqueline Stewart came off the post. She did well. She called off her player. She took a nice left-footed shot, beat Campbell, hits the post. It allows the ball to bounce to that backside, which we always refer to as the garbage run. And as we like to say on my team, that was a great garbage run in which my girls will yell out and call the player garbage because they did what they were supposed to do. They held their space and got the easy goal on the backside. So 9-1 in favor of Steubenville Big Red. Sadie Edwards with the header forward. Tracking back on that is Himmerlich. Alexis C. trying to keep up with Fletcher, and it goes out before she has a chance to try to keep it in. Lombardo going back in. They're stopping the clock here. Four minutes to go here in the match. Throw in on the far side. If that's going to go off Alexis C. And here we go, the final 4 minutes in game number 4. Throwing back to the top of the 18, there is Stewart. Stewart loses possession. Fletcher can't get it back in, but she does enough to bounce it off of an Indian Creek defender to go out for a throw-in. Thrown backwards there into Lucy Sakosh. She's going to take that second touch. Plays into the middle. There's Edwards, just can't get on the end of it. Bowers fighting through it, gets into the feet of Lombardo. Lombardo cuts it back into the middle of the field as she cuts through the defense. Finds Himmerlich, that is able to break the play up, and it gets to C out on the far side. Fletcher does enough to keep it in bounds and win back possession. Makes its way into the mixer and gets kicked all the way back to the outside. 3 minutes, 16 seconds to go. Lucy Sakosh subbing in, or out on the far side. Bailey Bell walking in. It looks like Lucy Sakosh is going to make way. 3 minutes to go. Clock still running as they go to make their substitutions here. Things have gotten hot here in Steubenville. We're in October. We've had this event where there's been cold rain, wind keeping the blowing the tents around, wearing rain gear, sweatshirts, and now we've got warm weather. Sadie Edwards, she does a turn and shot, gets the ball to Campbell's feet. She picks it up for the save to move the ball back to the top of the 18 with the punt to the restart. Gets to the near side. Here comes Thomas. She steps into it. Tucker with the goal. Takes her touch backwards to Thomas, who plays to the middle of the field. Barkalow there, as well as Espita. Neither one of them can do enough to keep possession. Carson Brown tries to chase that down, and it goes out of bounds. 2 minutes to go here in the second half. 9-1 in favor of Steubenville Big Red. We have a running clock, as anytime that clock or the goals gets above 6, a difference of 6. Oh, Fletcher does well to keep that in. Off of Edwards, who looks to take the left-footed shot, but it bounced up and hit her in the hands. If this was the first half, she would be able to pick that ball up inside that box, but she is no longer playing goalie. She can't use her hands there. Minute 42 here as we tick closer and closer to the end of the game. Barkalow with the restart, looking for Maddie Keener, gets over her head, and that's going to go out of bounds. Gianna Thomas coming across to pick this up and looking to throw the ball in. She has Lombardo, takes her touch, plays down the line into Tucker. Tucker into the middle to Edwards. Edwards finds Bell at the top. She looks to swing the ball wide into Fletcher. Someone should be making that overlapping run, but not quite there. And with the loss of possession, Bauer's able to get her foot onto it. Plays it forward into Carson Brown. A little bit of a push there by Marshall. Play on is what the officials say. Here comes Lindley Simmons. She gets to the end of it. And here comes Thomas. 57 seconds into the feet of Edwards. Edwards looking to turn and beat her player. Plays it into the space, but Alexis C. able to cut that one out. Bell at the 30. Will she look to shoot from distance? Here comes Bell. Top of the 18. Slots back to the top. There's Lombardo from 18 yards. Takes the shot. That's going to go wide. 41 seconds to go, and you got to figure that might be one of the last chances of this game. As we get closer to the end of this match, I'd like to say thank you for watching this game. In about 20 minutes, we'll have the beginnings of Steubenville and Steubenville Big Red or Steubenville Catholic Central and Steubenville Big Red Boys as we round out the Together We Care Cancer event. Lombardo plays the ball by the attacker. 13 seconds to go. Barkalow comes across to stop that attack. Plays it forward. 8 seconds to go. As we get to the final countdown, Marshall plays the ball forward, and he would say that both teams are going to relax as the game ends. Here at Harding Stadium, Steubenville 9, Indian Creek 1. We had scoring at 16-15 to make it 1-0 in favor of Steubenville by Bailey Bell. The second goal of the game scored by Lucy Sakosh to make it 2-0, and Creek pulled one back with 3 minutes to go. But in the second half, we saw a slew of goals in the form of 7 scored by Kenzie Petrell, Bryn Bowers, Gianna Thomas, Bailey Bell, Jalen Kreitz, and Delaney Tucker. So for the first game that we've had on the broadcast, game number 4 out of 5, I'd like to say thank you, and we'll take this pause as we get ready to reset for game number 5 on the day.